So, so I needed a new hoodie like I needed another hole in the head, but I went on a haul anyways. Mostly because it's springtime and that's when you get some great deals. Well, the first one I got is their cold weather gear. And what's funny to me about the name of cold weather is that these sweatshirts are really light. So I don't know if you can tell. It's actually a really thin material. But that's okay. That's what I was looking for. It's springtime, so it's not oppressively cold, just a little bit cold. So this is going to be great for the coming months and also fall. So the Under Armour sweatshirts are one of my personal favorites. For one reason is because of the cut of the hood. It's the difference between like an inexpensive hood and a little bit more high quality. They don't have that one seam point like a wizard when you put your hood up. A little bit more form-fitting, and it's oversized. Some people don't like the oversized hoods. I love them. I also love how they have a little extra material around the neck. But these are two different types. They're both cold gear. But I got another cold gear in a dark color. Black. Looks almost the same. Has the same Under Armour logo on the top of the hood and on the side. But there are a few differences to this one. For one thing, the pockets have zippers, which I'm personally a big fan of. I'm constantly losing my keys. Also, a very similar material. A lot of it is polyester, so not natural fibers like cotton. I mean, there's some cotton in it, but not so much. So it's probably, I've had a bunch of Under Armour sweatshirts and they don't shrink as badly as like a cheap cotton. Main difference between these two that I noticed is the zipper. Now, I'm not crazy about the zipper on this one versus this one. If you can tell, it's just a beefier zipper. Whereas this one just feels a little bit more solid to me. It goes a little bit nicer. I will put links to both of these on Amazon in the comments below. Another thing about this one, now they're very similar. I don't know why they do this. They're almost the same product. But for me, I don't like all the big branding that's on these. This one is a pretty dark gray, so it's not as noticeable. But when you get those cheaper sweatshirts that they do, and it looks like you're just like a walking commercial, I'm not crazy about it. This one, it's not so bad, and I got it fairly inexpensive. Plus, the rest of the sweatshirt is really nice. I like the way they kind of finish everything off, and I really do like the material versus like a something you would get at like Old Navy or whatever. So those are the two Under Armours that I got. Now, again, I have lots of hoodies. I go through them quite a bit. Wear them for work, going to the gym. They get sweaty, they get washed a lot. A lot of them shrink. The Under Armours seem to hold up a lot better, though. And again, like I said, I think that's more because of the material they're made out of. So the cheaper hoodies in the long run end up costing you more just because they don't hold up as well. So those are the Under Armours I got recently. I also picked up this one, which I'll also post a link for below. Now I have mixed feelings about it. It's another zip hoodie. Okay, I love the zipper. The zipper feels like it's not gonna break. It's not gonna get hung up. Comes apart real easy. Again, I'm not crazy that it doesn't have a zipper right there. Not the end of the world though. It does have this little pocket here with a zipper on it, which is kind of cool for your phone or whatever else. For me, it's a good spot for my iPod, and then I use Bluetooth headphones for when I go on my long walks. I also like the hood. The hood also has that extra piece in there, so you have a nice rounded hood versus like the Wizard style. The material on the inside is nice and soft. This one though is made, I think, let's see, let me double check. This one you're gonna have to be a little bit more careful to wash. Not bad, it's 22% cotton. The rest is polyester. So you should be okay washing this guy. But this one also is just really comfortable. And again, like I said, I like high quality zipper, and I love all my sweatshirts that I've been buying recently have the zip up a little bit past so your neck is covered. So, huge fan. Again, I wear these all the time when I go on my walks. I have a trail by the house that's awesome for super long walks. Lots of cool stuff along the trail. At the end of it, there's shopping, stores, cafes. So that's my hoodies that I got. Also, because I was at the Under Armour outlet, they had a deal on these hats. Now, if you add these, happens to be my favorite one. This specific one is great for things like running. I do marathons, so I do quite a bit of running, and these are the hats that I always use. They wash easy, they hold their form a little bit better, and if you add them to your wish list, you can get them for, I think right now they're like $20, but sometimes if you watch them, you can get them online as cheap as like $10, $11, but that's basically the style, or the one that I always like. It's just thick enough. It's not that flimsy one with or just kind of misshapes, but that's just me, and it's more because of the sweatband. When you're running, it doesn't get soggy. So those are those. I also picked up just a regular shirt, also an Under Armour. Huge fan of these. Just a light shirt for underneath the hoodies. Sleeved. I am all about comfort. And I also like the color. So that was my haul. Like I was saying with Under Armour, the stuff holds up well. And I have a thing where if I'm doing a marathon or if I'm going on a trip, I always treat myself to a new hoodie. So I have stacks of hoodies, and it's usually either a Nike or an Under Armour that I end up buying. This is an exception. I'm going to try out this brand. Again, I will post a link for it below. They are on Amazon. They range in price from $30 to $70, depending on the size and the color, which one you buy. But this is the one I bought last year for my marathon. Now, This is a year old. I've had it, and it's kind of almost a jacket. And the reason I wanted this one is because for marathon, it's just a perfect light but blocks the wind, because the marathon that I did is up and down Lake Michigan, so it can get very windy, very cold, but it's also very light. And there was a chance of rain also, so this is perfect for that. It basically just covered anything I needed it to do. So again, not a lot of natural fibers in this one. The same kind of hood, kind of up the neck, a little zipper. A year old, and the thing is still practically new. So this is why I go the extra mile and get the nicer stuff, as it tends to last. So this one looks pretty good, but has actually had a lot of action. The only complaint I have with this one is I'm not crazy about how it's got the scrunchy, so that scrunchy end of the arms. Just because it gets hung up. For me, when running, it was a little bit uncomfortable. Just wearing it day to day is fine, but for a marathon, that'd be the only, and that's a small complaint. It didn't bother me that much. It bothered me about mile 20. It was starting to get irritating. So it took a while. That's just me. Let me know what you guys think, and I will talk to you next time.